Good evening, my friends, and welcome to the next episode of realMyst Masterpiece Edition. It's Rime time this week. We're going to go and try and beat original recipe Rime for the first time. And then I have original recipe Myst Masterpiece Edition that we're then going to be speed running through next. In the chat this week, we have got Shroomfi, good evening to you. We have Old Peaty Whiskey Bottoms, ahoy. Zephyronicus, hello. Platinum Caterpillar, Plat Cat, greetings to you. Gage Blackwood 5, good afternoon. Spiper, good afternoon. And on the YouTube we have James Moores, hello to you. Big news from me. I'm almost doing it, guys. I'm almost doing it. I'm almost like, you know, a real internet personality. Nearly, right? I have got a new episode 1 coming out tomorrow morning. But I can't tell you guys what it is yet. But it's good. It's good. But yes, it's under a press embargo. But I'm super excited for the video to drop. And it's going to drop tomorrow morning. Episode 1's going to drop tomorrow morning. So, bonus series. Okay. Now, we read this one last time. Oh shoot! You know what? I've forgotten to actually bring up my notebook. Hang on. Let me load up my notebook quick. It's gradually starting to take longer and longer to load up. We might be coming to the limit of what my online note-taking what my online note-taker can handle on a single sheet. Yes, so this is what we took a picture of last time out. Oh, and that is, of course, that's the extrusion room. It's the first chilly day in a while here, which fits Rime. Ha ha ha, it had a good life. It still has a good life. We're still extracting life out of this yet. Now, long-time viewers of the channel will know that my online note-taking apparatus is Miro. Not sponsored. I just really like their product, and I just happen to use it. A free Miro license gets you 3 boards. So if one of them is starting to chug, that means we're about 1/3 of the way to needing to actually pay for a license. Okay, that's okay. Ah, now interesting. Topographical extrusion test is already 40. But over here, 40. Oh, wait, hang on. Wait. There's a button. Button back here. Man, literally, we played Rime in the remake very recently. And I literally still can't remember how any of this works. I don't remember what's going to be different about it either, though. Let's turn my volume down a touch. Actually, it looks like your game volume might be really loud as well. Don't know, maybe. We're not going to be in this room for long, though. Huh. Now, wait a minute. That's not Myst Island. Oh. Found the panel inside the inside panel is the achievement we just got. Aha. Oh, what? 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 Okay. For those of you who've joined very, very recently, okay, you'll know that this took us ages to work out in the remake. That is so much more obvious what it is, right? That is so much more obvious what it is. In the Myst 2021 Rime, it's literally just an abstract zigzag, and you're just supposed to work it out from there. Like, what? Okay, now I've seen what that originally was. I do not feel I don't feel bad about not getting that. Like, what? You guys had a well clearer clue. Oh, hey, check that out! Is literally golden hour on Myst Island. Oh, man. That lighting, though. Now that is some good lighting, isn't it? So I was fiddling around inside stud.io and I made a Lego version of the library, which I was really pleased with, actually. And I'm kind of thinking of gradually, slowly putting together some more bits of Myst Island in Lego. Oh, hello. 2735, would you reckon? Huh, interesting that we can't... Oh no. Not sure why I wasn't able to click that before. Golden hour. That's odd. Wait, is that something that's come up upstairs? Where would that be? That would be sort of over here. Yes? Something's come upwards. You forget how that panel looked in the VR, but you think it was shallower, like close to the surface of the wall. Good morning, Dark Fae. Dark Fae subscribed at tier 1. You've been subscribed for 11 months. Thank you so much for your continuing support of the channel. It has been a while. It has been a while. Huh. Okay, so that's gone upward. So let's try and keep it sort of where it would roughly be. Okay, so it's kind of in that direction. Oh, is it inside the library? Aha! It's inside the library. Okay. Nice. Let's go. Speaking of golden, have any of you guys seen... Have you guys all caught up with K-pop Demon Hunters now? I do have a lore update on the Popcorn Demon Hunters, which, if you recall from a few weeks ago, is what... it's what my daughter and her two friends at nursery call the game that they play where they pretend to be the K-pop Demon Hunters. Except they don't really get the name right. They call themselves the Popcorn Demon Hunters. But I've had a lore update on the Popcorn Demon Hunters. Apparently, there's 3 of them. There's Mira, Rumi, and Joey. Now, in the movie, it's Mira, Rumi, and Zoe. But well, they're very insistent that it's not Zoe, it's Joey. And and only one of them sings. The other 2, they have to stand quietly. And only Rumi sings is how they play the game. Yeah. Oh man, it's so adorable. But Golden, banger. Absolute banger of a song. It really is. I do rate This Is How It's Done. I think that might actually be my favourite song on the soundtrack. But, yeah. Okay, we've got a pipe coming in from outside. That's not going to light without more stuff. This takes us back to Myst. Found a way back from the Rime Age. Lovely. It's definitely a lot more sparsely furnished, isn't it? It's a lot more sparsely furnished. It's less obvious the reason that won't open is because it's frozen over. Now, if we open that up, that looks like it's already on, doesn't it? My child is very quickly learning how to do legally distinct popcorn demon hunters. Absolutely, absolutely. Oh, do you know what? Talking about things that are legally distinct. I've heard that Pal World is getting a farming sim soon, and that sounds so cool. Like, Pal World is one of those games that I definitely missed when it was trending. But I don't know, it kind of sounds kind of fun. Although, having said that, on the Discord, someone was sharing... Oh, what was the card game that someone was sharing on the Discord? It was like a little bit like a Slay the Spire style card building roguelike, but like it's also an inductive logic sort of game as well. And I looked at that and I was like, oh man, that actually looks pretty sick. So we might be, if the reviews on that, when that comes out in 2026, no joke, we might end up expanding the remit of the channel slightly to include roguelike deck builders. Depends how good it is. Like, we're testing the waters with roguelikes anyway, with blueprints, so, you know. But yeah, so Slay the Spire is actually my most played game on Steam. And I literally, it's one of those games that I own several copies of because I also have a copy of it for my Switch as well, for when I want to play on the go. So that's probably my 1,000-hour game, Slay the Spire. Now I did try recording an episode or 2 of Slay the Spire and uploading it, and like, I don't think there's a huge amount of overlap between the puzzle game audience and the roguelike deck builder audience. Not a huge overlap, anyway. Now, so we've controlled the Aurora. Right, this is how we change the colours. In the remake, it's like it's actually like a frequency dial. Although, if I recall correctly, and there's no guarantee that I actually recall anything correctly, to be honest, I vaguely recall it was the wrong way round, and that turning it up higher frequency was turning it redder? Maybe? Right, we've then got this... Yeah, we then got this nonsense, of course. Ooh, it's an icosahedron! Ah, I'm going to say second most favourite of the platonic solids. The platonic solids is kind of my go-to fun maths facts when people are, because they're obviously, no, this was debated for a long time. It's definitely in the top 5, says James. Yeah, it's in my top 5 of platonic solids. But now, okay, I'm going to preface this fact by saying that I've never double-checked this. So, like, take it with a pinch of salt, because this is one of those weird facts that my old physics professor told me when I was an undergraduate, but I've never actually fact-checked him on it. But there was this theory for a long time that the reason there were what is it? Yeah, because you can see up to Saturn with the naked eye, is it? And there was this theory that the reason there were 6 and only 6 planets is to do with the ratio of the volumes of the platonic solids, and it was something like, oh yeah, you know, the distances of each planet from each other were some kind of ratio of the volume of these solids. I'm like, okay. Although now that I think about that, that does sound like really odd. I do find it kind of interesting, though, that if you actually ever do draw a scale diagram of the solar system, the first 4 planets, roughly to a first order approximation, are all equally spaced, which is kind of weird, I think. There's probably a good reason for that, but yeah, like the distance from the Sun to Mercury, Mercury to Venus, Venus to Earth, Earth to Mars, it's all kind of basically the same distance. And there's probably a physical reason for that to be the case, but if there is, I don't know it. That's what's known in science as a coincidence, says James. Okay, let's have a read of this diary. Before spending any more time with my experiments, I've decided that I must finish construction. I've brought both Cirrus and Achenar this time. The shaft is almost finished, as is the observation post. Both boys prefer it inside where it's warm, protected from the cold. Achenar sits in the observation post for hours, and Cirrus is consumed with the crystals and the glimpses of ages that we are able to see. Neither of them shows any real desire to leave. I cannot remember the last time my son spent so much time with me in an age. After much more experimenting with the shapes of the crystals, we were able to get a nearly perfect view of an age inside of a book. Cirrus wanted a link immediately, not understanding the link was only visual. Ha! What an idiot, huh? Without the ink, the crystals do not bind into a particular age. Because of this, the crystals have an interesting side effect. It's possible to change the crystals and watch the age change. While in reality, we are seeing a vast number of distinct, though similar ages. Displaying the current age defined by the crystals, it appears as though we are changing the original age. Next to the lights, my sons seem much more interested in the lights of the night sky right now. Their only interest in the crystals seems to be whether or not we can view Channelwood or Stoneship, 2 ages I have not seen in a long while. It is possible to view the ages, although the time it would take to find the correct combination would be prohibitive. I do not consider my task with the crystals complete, but I would rather keep Cirrus and Achenar excited and here, so we will move on to the lights. I think it's better to keep Riven from them. And so it is just as well that we move on to something else. I will view that place later. The lights are curious. Although I originally thought the effect to be an organic one, I now believe it to be electromagnetic in origin. I think the effect could be triggered somehow. It's something that we'll have to try, and if Cirrus and Achenar have their way, it will be soon. I have never seen either of them so interested in my experiments, and I do not want to dampen their enthusiasm. It seems they've forgotten about the crystals now. I'm not sure either of my sons was expecting the amount of work it would take. It's turned out to be a challenge working above the cold waters where the wind cuts through clothing and skin like a sharp knife. Still, even amidst the dark cold, they are driven to complete the task. It is a side of them I have not seen before. Another hard day, but we've erected the first of 3 towers. I'm too tired to write tonight. It's been a week. The second and third towers are up. We only need to connect the power. I'm exhausted, as are Cirrus and Achenar. However, they have no intention of quitting, and that drives me. The towers are finished, as is the power to each of them. Power will be conducted directly through the saline sea, alleviating the need for stringing wires and enabling us to locate the towers a comfortable distance away. Most of the remaining work can be accomplished inside, for which I am grateful. I am tired of the cold. I look forward to the warm beaches of Myst Island. Perhaps we all deserve a break. We only spent a day with Catherine before returning. We are here only a minute before we again began to experiment with the towers and the electromagnetic discharges. We were able to create an arc for the first time between 2 towers. Its reflection on the cold waters was magnificent. We are close now. Tomorrow, after adjusting the voltage, we will know just how close. The beauty is awe-inspiring. At our command, multicoloured waves of light dance across the night sky. Brilliant flashes of white lightning that make the display even more amazing precede them. The boys are convinced they'll be able to bring their mother here, and though she usually refuses to use the books, I am becoming convinced that she'll come, or at least I hope. As for me, I must return to Myst, or some other warm place. There is more to be accomplished here, but I long for the sun and will spend some time under its glow before returning. Catherine had to come after I told her of my intentions to use the crystal to view Riven. She's not consumed with the setup of the geodes and the crystals and encourages me daily as I try to uncover the combination that will allow me to view that age. Cirrus and Achenar did not come this time. I must return to Everdunes. I believe that a few of the crystals I left in Everdunes may help me here. Catherine has returned home for now, but she will meet me on Myst Island in 3 days. I think I'll be ready by then. We got a drawer with nothing in it. Well, okay. Now, I think what we will do is we will go down and down on this side. No! An arc between the towers. Never realised the journal actually mentioned that. The original realMyst version had a lightning arc between the towers, and then all the remakes took it out. Oh, there isn't a down here. Well, very well. So if we push the button, spin ourselves right round. From here, there is no up, but there is a down. Interesting. Aha. Now this is the bedroom. This is the bedroom area. Everything looks quite different in the original to the remake, doesn't it? Oh, this is much, much more like the Crystal Viewer in, that's much, much more like the Crystal Viewer in Myst 4. It is real. The work of your hands, the touch of my dreams. I've left my dream for you. I'm only yours, Catherine. Blue Pinecone has joined the chat. Welcome. Okay, I'm going to take a screenshot of that. Anything in the drawer? We do have things in the drawer, but nothing that we can take. Wait, so... This was kind of moving. Oh, right, we set these. No. Oh, we can now make that green, huh? Does it cycle through the colours? Okay, I'm very unclear as to what's controlling the colours on those. Yeah, very unclear on what's controlling the colours. We'll come back to that in a moment. I thought there was more outside, though. I thought there was another... Maybe not. Like, I thought we could go outside more. I mean, yeah. So how did we turn this one green? All of these are stuck on yellow currently. The only interactable things are the crystals themselves and this thing up here. But this must be the Crystal Viewer, right? Because this is a book that's jammed in here. None of this is interactable. This version of Rime is a lot smaller, says Darkfey. Oh really, the new version basically doubled the size of Rime, did it? Okay, let's spin this around. So if I set this to red, will that open me up the ability to choose a red crystal? Right, that's kind of a fairly obvious question to ask. So this first crystal is supposed to be red. So you got hourglass. So counting from hourglass, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. So you got base 8 on all of these. Oh, it's a long press! It's a long press! Oh my word. Yeah, you thought... Was it going to be the revenge of the long press, Rand? No. You're not getting me with long press again. Definitely not. Looks more like a pink than a purple. Yeah, that's a bit closer, isn't it? Right, so what we're trying to do is we're trying to grab this code here. So, let's try it out. So first of all, we're looking for something that looks a little bit like the green one next to us. That looks pretty good. Then the green one is like a long tower. Bit like that. Then this one's like the world's spikiest hedgehog. That'll do. Then we've got like a tiny sort of gemstone looking thing. Like you'd get as a trophy for coming third place in something. And then over here, this is more like your first place looking trophy. So let's see if that... Hey! We viewed a crystal combination. So is that supposed to be Riven? So, an interesting change in the VR remake is that the new viewer can only view ages you have a damaged linking book for, whereas the original could view any age. It was a pretty serious nerf to Atris's achievement. Yeah, James says, cool, you set the desktop wallpaper. Right. Now, this is the point where I have to ask, you know, I have to ask the awkward question. Right? Because I know that Rime doesn't have credits that roll. So, is that it? Have we done Rime there? And then I'll pause for a moment because obviously there's a lag between something that I say and you guys being able to reply. But like, because it looks like there isn't anything to do with selecting which book you're looking at or anything like that, but like there just seems to be like one code. There are other ages we can view, but aside from that we've reached the end. So are there other codes to find, or you just have to find them randomly? Because this is the only note that we found. Or the other ages are sort of in there as Easter eggs. Well, you know, we viewed Riven. Success. Okie dokie. Well, we can call that one a day here, I think. And we'll say that that is realMyst Masterpiece Edition completed. And you know what? I think I'd probably agree with you guys that the original Rime, it's not really very good, is it? Like, okay. Like, it's a free DLC, right? And you never criticize free DLC too much, unless it's like super low effort. But But yeah, I think pretty much Myst 2021 probably improved Rime in every respect. The best version is over. realMyst best version? Well, I don't know. We'll see. The point and click. I do have a soft spot for the point and click. It's surprising how much of tech support is just reading a password next to a computer, says James. Oh dear. Stories from tech support. Tech support that's a tough job, man. That's a tough job. Well, my friends, this brings us to the end of realMyst Masterpiece Edition. We'll do a little outro here for those of you watching on YouTube in the future. Thank you very much for watching this series of realMyst Masterpiece Edition. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and check out regular Myst Masterpiece Edition, which we're gonna go and fire up right now. But episode 1 of Myst Masterpiece Edition, the original recipe point and click, is going to be dropping very soon. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.